Hello, and welcome to Horror Movies and Shit. I'm your host, Jim, and with me as always is
Mark,
Mark. How you doing tonight?
I am just in the best state of mind
Okay,
tonight.
enough. We don't care.
No,
Okay.
no, no. I'm fangirling out, Jim. You have to let me do this.
No, I don't. No, I
Okay,
do not.
okay.
So anyway, Mark, we have our buddy Matt is back with us for a very
The,
special
the, uh,
episode.
the trivia winner, yes.
That's the trivia winner, correct? So Matthew, please give out your socials so people can follow you, and then I'm gonna let you introduce our guests.
Absolutely. Horror Madness 0055 on TikTok and Instagram. And I am very excited to introduce the director of The Hem, Tyler Russell, and one of the actors of the film, George Artie. Thank you so much, guys, for coming aboard with us.
Matt, you do way better intro than Jim ever does.
That's right.
should come
He's
back
not
every
wrong. He's not wrong. But I do want to say thank you to both of you for coming on. Matt has been a huge supporter of your film. That's how we got introduced via Instagram to Tyler.
Matt's the man.
And that's what led to you guys coming on, us inviting you onto the podcast. Mark, do you want to explain why you're fangirling so hard?
Well, I almost cannot speak. George, I have some dental issues, and I would like some advice, please.
Oh my gosh, yeah. What's going
Oh
on?
my
Got some
god.
popcorn, George?
Yeah, I've got a little bit of pain in the back molar. No, we have the man, the myth, the legend, George Hardy from Troll 2, one of my favorite movies.
The real Troll
great.
2, not the Norwegian Troll 2. that
Yeah,
just
yeah,
came out
those
on
are garbage.
Netflix.
The OG
I mean, my
Troll
God.
2.
That's so wrong.
Those are garbage.
Lawsuit.
I was just thinking that, since they're releasing the Troll 2, right, or they've released it, I'm sure your Troll 2 is getting a lot more hits, right?
I wonder. I'm going to really become famous now. Big time.
Hey, you're on our podcast. You cannot get more
I'm
famous
going to
than
freaking become
That's right.
like Oscar nominee next
That's
year because Troll 2 just came out on Netflix.
Yep. And our 5 followers for Mark are really going to catapult you to that stardom. I
Well,
promise.
that's
right.
your mom under 5 different usernames.
That is not true. My mother does follow us, Mark.
Well, she follows me, all right.
Give me the next Tyler Russell movie, and we're going to the Oscars.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
So,
Matt's going to be in it.
Yeah.
oh, there you go. There you go. You're only a few minutes away, Matt. You better do it. You better do it. I
would.
I had my first acting gig this year, so it's your turn.
Yeah.
Wow.
I was on the radio. I was a radio voice. It was nothing
Oh,
special.
shoot.
But anyway.
Oh, nice.
So Tyler,
He's never shut up about it either.
yeah, I talk about it so often.
It's in a movie?
Yeah, it's an independent film called The Silver Screen.
Heck yeah.
Hmm.
There's a segment where these 2 girls are driving, and I'm just the voice on the radio.
He said it was his Make-A-Wish.
Clip it. Clip it now. Clip it.
I already have it. I have exactly how I recorded it.
Yes.
But anyway, Tyler, The Hem. We're here to talk about The Hem. I do have a horrible thing to admit. I have not had a chance to see it yet.
Ooh.
So I apologize. I put it on my Amazon watch list, but life has been crazy this week. So I did not get a
Oh,
chance
you're
to watch
good.
it.
You're good. That's okay.
I'm so sorry, Tyler.
I can send you a screener if you want
so
to.
sorry.
Yeah, I will. I'm more than happy to support. I will rent it or buy it on Amazon. I'm fine with that. But I appreciate the offer.
I'll send
It really just boils down to time.
I'll send it to you. Yeah, of course. You got the holidays
anyway.
going on. I get it.
Yeah, it just.
I haven't even seen it, honestly. I don't even know what it looks
What?
like.
Well, I guess then the rest of my questions are just not going to make any sense.
No, I did watch it now.
Nobody's talking to you, Mark. We're talking to Tyler now.
God.
Hang on, your mom's calling me.
So Tyler, tell us. You wrote and directed The Hem. So tell us how the movie came about.
So there's a really cool place called the Southside Preservation Hall in Fort Worth, and we do ping pong on on Mondays and Tuesdays. And the other side of the building I'd never seen. And they were like, "Hey, do you want to come check it out?" I was like, "Yeah." And everybody kept talking about how cool it was, and how scary and spooky. And I was like, yeah. A lot of people say that. Well, before I was even in that side of the building, I was scared because, like in the movie, the metal doors slide up, and then it's just a dark abyss of nothing, and it's really quiet, and it's exactly how the movie looks and feels when you walk into it. It's scary as shit.
Now you brought that up, I'm a little disappointed there wasn't some ping pong involved.
Oh, maybe in the sequel.
Maybe. Maybe. I mean,
but when we were touring the place. They actually had all those dresses there, and they were on a big carousel. And I was like, "What are y'all doing with those?" And they're like, "Oh, well, theaters need it. We have it for people who want it, and we just kind of keep them here." And I was like, "This is the craziest stuff I've ever seen. Like, why? What is that doing here?" And then there were so many props there, and there were so many incredible locations in the building. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like a horror film dream to just walk in there and go, "Wow, this is scary and a little dangerous, and we should film a movie here." And we should bring George Hardy. We should bring George Hardy in here, and hopefully he won't fall down the stairs.
Well, I mean, that was our next question: is how did George get involved with the film?
So that was, I think, our 5th project together, George. George, are you watching Shrek again? George,
I lost my.
Oh, he's got a bit of a lag there.
George, you don't piss in hospitality. Now answer.
I don't think he can hear us right now.
Oh God. Yeah. That's okay.
So Tyler, while George is rebooting, he's become somewhat of your muse, right?
Oh God, I think so. Oh God, it's never a dull moment with George.
Oh man.
Oh God, I cannot. This is why I work with George. I can't stop laughing. Hey George, you there? Yep.
Can you hear us yet?
Nope.
Nope.
He's gone. Just like that, guys, ladies and gentlemen.
So Tyler, George has kind of become your muse. Yeah. It seems.
Muse or comic relief?
So how did you first cross paths with him? I guess.
So I did a movie called Here Comes Rusty in Alabama, and George lives in Alabama too.
There he is.
Hello.
And I had this role would be the main character's dad in the film, and it's a whole flashback scene where I wanted this guy to be kind of wearing a mullet, and oh boy, he's in, he's out.
He's in, he's out.
So reached out to George, and he said he would come for a day, and it was probably the most fun day we had on set. And he was just nice to everybody, and he was willing to do what he had to do, and just smiling the whole time. And I was like, you know what? It's a lot of fun to work with a lot of different kind of actors. But are we laughing the whole time with this guy? Yeah, we're laughing. So it's like I just want to work with people that are fun. And when I look back at work, I can say, it wasn't just work. It was building a life with friends and having a good time. And it wasn't just like.
So I was looking back through kind of your IMDb page, and I'm super interested. I'm going to check out Cyst. Because that's right up my alley. I love like 80s body horror type stuff. And George is in that too, right? He's the doctor.
George is Dr. Guy. He's the bad guy in the film. Yep. George lost all audio. Come back and smile.
Tell him to get a notepad and start writing things down and just put it up in the comments.
Yeah. I can probably maybe I'll just God, George, come on, man. Anyway, Sis is a crazy movie. It's a silly, gross comedy horror.
So you've done like a lot of different like genres as far as being like a writer director.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Now, is there any, do you just like, going around different genres, or is there like one that you really want to focus on, or is it just you like the variety of it?
I like the variety, but I think it's really just kind of like a mood thing, where there's a lot of films that I want to do, but I might not necessarily think it's the right time to do the film. Maybe because of my life, maybe I just don't want to do like a hardcore drama right now, or maybe I do want to do one right now, or maybe I want to tell something that I want you to like, call.
You have audio now?
Hey,
I can hear y'all finally. All right.
yeah,
Yeah. I got my buds on. All right.
yeah.
Sorry.
George, don't piss on our hospitality again, please.
I won't. No, I won't.
I'll have to take my belt off.
George, you missed a lot. You missed a lot.
You did.
Give me some popcorn, George.
Got some popcorn.
So George, we were just talking about how you you started working with Tyler, and what a great first experience you guys had, and how you've collaborated a lot.
Yeah. Got 6 or 7 films now, I guess. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's amazing. So I have a question for you. So I know that you are a dentist.
Mm-hmm.
How did you get into acting?
Oh, wow. I was in Salt Lake City at the time, and I was just met some people that said I should go up to Park City and audition. And so I went up to Park City, and there was a film coming in town, and I did it on a whim, and I ended up getting the lead dad to this unknown film I got cast. That was kind of my start doing it.
So what was it like working with Claudio Fragasso, right? So he didn't really speak English?
No. No one spoke English except for the wardrobe person.
The most important department to speak English for you.
Yeah. It was, so we were trying to decipher what the film, what the script meant. And it was so discombobulated. We just didn't understand it. You want us to do it like this. You wanted to say this. Is this how you want it done? And yeah, I mean, back through the translation. Yeah, do it exactly like the script says. And so the script was never changed at all. And so that's why the train wreck happened. And this little miracle of a film, came about. And, how do you put lightning in a bottle twice? Doing something like that, right?
So like I always say, as far as good, bad movies, right? The worst thing a movie can be is boring.
Yeah.
But I think like the best bad, great movies are movies that are made not to be bad, right? Everyone is trying their best and they're trying to make a great movie, but for whatever reason, it just doesn't work, and it's just gold.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. And that just because of that, I mean, Tyler calls me, 30 years later, I don't know how many years later it was, huh, Tyler? 23 later, after Troll 2 was made, Tyler, out of the blue, is filming down in Mobile, Alabama. And he said, "Hey, I know you're from Alabama. I'm a huge fan. And would you come down and do a little, cameo with us?" I said, "Sure." So that's when I met Tyler. And then
Nice.
we just hit it right off. That was in 2015. And he had me play a really fun role at Here Comes Rusty. And it's one of his first major films. And I was just honored that he would call me. I was out of the blue because I had really actually gotten a lot of, calls from people that, wanted a little cameo role here and there, but you can kind of read through the lines. And I thought this guy sounds pretty sharp, and because I'd never met Tyler, and so I took the risk, and now we're best buddies, and we're doing 5 or 6 films together.
Nice.
Yeah. You were. I think you kind of like dropped off, but I was saying you're kind of like Tyler's muse right now.
Pretty much. I mean, he's using several, which I love. What Tyler's doing with his films is professionally, he's chosen 5 or 6 that he likes to stay with. And we're all just having a blast doing it. Of course, I'm working with some really top. Tyler's got ways of connecting people, and I'm just honored to work with the other actors that I mean, they're the real deal. I mean, that's what they do, you know. They're incredible independent film actors, and
So,
really should a lot of them should be, I think. You know.
so Tyler, I have a question for you. Obviously, I really love found footage movies. I'm always curious, how much of the dialogue was written, and how much was just kind of made up ad hoc by the actors.
For the hymn, that was a film where a lot of stuff changed on the day. That's because of could be anything. Could be that the room that we're filming in is too dangerous and we don't want to film in there. It literally could have been. It could have been his wardrobe messed up and we had to change stuff. There were times in the day where I was just like, oh yeah, see this script, just rip it, because it's found footage. I mean, if you watch enough found footage, you can see that there probably wasn't a script for a lot of the greatest moments in some of those films. So I kind of told myself that going into it is like, don't live by the script. Right? If you feel something and it feels right when you're watching it, let it happen. Or just see what happens in post when you have the footage, because the worst thing you want to do with found footage is not have enough.
Fair enough.
So that's, yeah. How much was locked in? I don't know, 20% maybe. I mean, it was not a lot.
And it
I had a script, but we changed it, and it could have been anything.
It absolutely worked. It absolutely, and for me, obviously, being so close in proximity to where the film was made, it's weird when I always say it felt like such a comfort movie for me. Like, you start out with such the historic landmarks, and I'm like, oh my god, I've been here. Oh my god, I've visited here and everything. And then then you just really get into going into the Rose Chapel and talking about Isabella and everything like that. And I thought you really captured something. And just for me, I think the more and more I watch found footage, I think, as the genre continues to evolve, I'm starting to really learn, you really got to establish the story and the characters, and then how you really deliver the third act is what really makes that movie come through in the end. And George, you are a huge part of that third act, and what really made the movie hit for me. So I thought it was absolutely brilliant.
Oh wow!
Thank you.
I need to hear more about this room that was too dangerous to film in.
They mention it a lot of times in the movie.
Half of the building is too dangerous to film in.
Oh,
yeah,
interesting.
Yeah,
more than half.
So obviously,
the thing with George and Judd, when they were doing all the cop stuff at the end, they had never been in the building. That was all real. I mean, I was right behind George when he was doing his scenes, and I had to kind of push him where to go. And if George is shaking in the scene, he's probably, I don't know, how much was it acting, George? Was that all acting, or are you actually scared?
Oh,
I 3/4 of it pretty scared, to be honest.
And you know what? You feel that. You truly feel that in that third act. I thought not only
cool.
I think that you not only took an interesting choice with the POV by going through the body camera, which I really thought was cool, but there's a particular scene when y'all go into what is the room with all the cloth, and I instantly felt that feeling of claustrophobia. And George, that's what I was going to ask. I was like, I could feel that fear. So I could only imagine as an actor walking through that scene, you can feel that sometimes in a film. So that's what I definitely wanted to ask you, that was one of my favorite parts of the movie, was hearing that you felt that fear. That delivers how impactful that scene was.
Well, it's say that I really wish Judd Lorman was the third person to match you three tonight, because working with Judd was pretty phenomenal, fantastic. I mean, he's the real deal, and being on SEAL Team and being on so many sets in his life, I was kind of following Judd's lead, but I mean, because the way we were synergistically working together and the dynamics between the two characters, I just kind of fell in place with it. just in sync with the whole thing when we were going through the scenes, Tyler, and I really was scared a lot of times because Judd presents fear. I mean, well, he presents knowing that there's something going on out there, and but I mean, he's a brave cop going through everything, and I'm just kind of sitting back going, "Oh shit, what this is something." So, yeah, that's great. Y'all felt that. I think that is the magic of the film. Just
And those dresses stunk.
oh god,
Stunk, man. They were covered in
Dude, so
plastic,
much
and we
stuff.
took them all out of plastic, and they
Yeah.
stunk like they hadn't been out in
Uh-huh.
100
Yeah.
years.
As I was watching it, I came up with an idea. I'm like, because in Florida with like buildings when they're left empty, you get a lot of mold in it. And I always had an idea of, hey, what if people think there's like something supernatural going on, and they go like kind of similar to your movie, but it's really the mold that are making people like see things.
Jeez.
That's not
That's
a
a
good
good
one
one.
for Florida.
Copyright it right now.
That's right. Tyler, please take that idea, please.
It's a great idea.
That's
Otherwise,
a
he's
good
going
one.
to try and do
I
something.
actually
If you
have
star in it, we're gonna do it.
I actually have another idea, which is kind of what you did the last section of the movie, which I agree with Matt. It was my favorite part. There's never been a movie made where it's all just one cop's body cam going through the entire movie.
Mm.
And I would make that movie if I could. And if you're going to make it, just give me props because honestly, you watch YouTube and stuff, and you watch like the police camera, stuff that goes on the body cam stuff. But there's never been a horror movie or any movie where it's just been from that one point of view.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that would be an amazing movie. So make that.
Wait. Cloverfield was from one POV.
No. I'm talking about one cop, one body cam.
It's one
That's
person,
the
one
entire-
handheld camera.
One cop, one body cam. That's the entire movie, Jim.
Wow.
Cloverfield is not that. Cloverfield is multiple people with multiple cameras.
and it captured the realism of the scene. It
Yeah.
added in that and another thing, and you don't see this too often in found footage, Tyler, but there was one scene in particular where you put in a pretty gruesome body horror scene, and I appreciated that. You don't see that as prevalent in found footage. And so how did you think up that scene? Because obviously I was very pleased by that scene.
You're talking about the oopsie scene?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh yeah. Look, there's a couple of things that you don't want to happen when you're stuck in a scary building. You definitely don't want that to happen. I mean, it's all like, I am definitely a scaredy cat when it comes to horror. Like, I mean, like watching Weapons. When I saw Weapons, they did that POV shot, just the one shot going around the corner. I was like, I'm gonna look at the ground. Like horror makes me feel like a little kid, and I definitely don't want to watch it alone. So I feel like that makes me a good filmmaker because I'm not like so used to it. I'm not so used to like, oh, it's this. Oh, it's just that. Like the most simple stuff can be sometimes the most scary.
Mhm.
And if you think of like, even if you go through like some of the best horror scenes ever made, most of them are pretty simple. It's just like, what is the creep factor? What's the scary thing that happens, or what happens to the character? Like that's what's important. It's not, oh, the CGI or the effects were so good in that one shot. It's like, no, it's the movie. The movie makes the scene, makes the whole thing work. So that's kind of when I'm building stuff, that's what I want to do. It's not, oh, I know this practical effect's really cool. Let me come up with a whole scene about it. No, it's like that happens because it makes sense. The ghost wants them out of there. The ghost doesn't want them to be there. The ghost doesn't want them to take anything. So the ghost is going to punish you for it.
So George, do you like horror movies? Are you like
yeah.
Are you kind of scared of them?
Yeah, I mean, it depends. Like Tyler said, I'm like a kid when I watch horror movies, you know. I think so. You mentioned something earlier about all of us have kind of experienced that feeling, which one of you has not seen the movie yet, but you go into areas that are unknown. But just I've been into old basements before that are all musty, and you know,
Mhm.
feeling just that feeling of being in a musty basement, you know, with mildew and mold growing everywhere.
Can confirm basements as a kid are
Yeah,
terrifying.
yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah.
mean,
Basement. Mhm.
whenever I watched the movie, Tyler, I mean, I thought initially it felt like Blair Witch Project, if you've seen it, like at the start, as far as, asking around about, hey, do the locals know anything about this? And then it kind of moved into, like, I don't know if you've seen Grave Encounters.
Hmm.
So it kind of moved from there to there, right? So,
Mhm.
which both movies I love.
But
Yeah,
seeing,
so those
but
are
seeing
those are
them, you actually get to see the ghost.
Yeah.
which I mean that's like a testament to that movie, how good it is, right? They don't even show anything, and it's still that freaking good.
Absolutely.
But I think we
Agree
all
to
want to.
disagree.
I think we all want to see something at the end of the day.
We all do.
And going back to what you said, Tyler, about like simple moments, like when and it's like in every horror movie they hit that oh shit moment, right? And when that steel door came down and you knew that they were trapped, and you got Hudson the guide on the other side, and now the two documentarians are on the other side and they're just trying to get on the other side. You're like, okay, now we're gonna ramp up the tension, now we're gonna ramp up the dread. And I thought that was really effective. And I think that's where I am starting again to get more and more of an appreciation of found footage. Is the more that you can get the reality out of the actors and the more that I believe them, like there were some scenes of what you got out of your actors and actresses, like when that door came down, like I felt that, like that was impressive. I enjoyed that.
Yeah, the actors are great, and yeah, I mean it definitely helps too. You're in the moment because you're actually in the building. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. I mean, the good thing about that building is like it was so dark we could film it really anytime. But it just helps, being there at night. But it's like, yeah, having good actors, being real. That's the one thing I think people forget about found footage is like it's. I don't want to say it's easy to make because movies are never easy to make, but you can do it with your cell phone. But to do it well, to put a story in it, to put some lore in it, it's a whole process. It's way different than just A to Z story or A to B story. There's a lot of moving parts with found footage for it to work. I mean, if the policing, right, if that started already inside the building, you wouldn't believe it. It wouldn't feel right. Like you have to have the car shots. You have to feel like it's actually a part of the police footage when you go into it. Like I feel like it's a lot more complicated than people think. It's easy to be like, hey, this, they could have done this, they could have done that, but this film was pretty calculated. I will say that. A lot of things happen in the moment, but it was fairly calculated.
I think that's why found footage usually is a miss for me, is because it doesn't feel like that storytelling. It feels like the storytelling takes a backseat to just shaky cameras and weird angles and that kind of stuff, and that drives me insane. But if you give me characters that I actually like or care about or just want to see dead, I'm golden.
That's true. That's very true.
So Tyler, can I do a compliment sandwich for you? I'm always straightforward with we have filmmakers and actors on, and I don't like lie or disglaze them or whatever if I don't. So
I just want to compliment y'all's places that you're in right now because I feel like me and George, we're both like naked over here. We don't have any.
I'm looking.
That's so cool.
That's all. Thanks. But so first of all, I would have liked a little bit more of the mythology behind Isabella.
And Mark, compliment sandwich starts off with a compliment.
No, the compliment's in the middle. Shut up, Jim. You don't know anything. That's what's a fucking compliment sandwich. You idiot.
No, no.
Holy
Otherwise,
shit.
it would be a disparaging sandwich. A
Wait, no,
compliment
he's
sandwich
saying
is
he wants
compliment,
more,
compliment.
right?
Man, like,
Compliment,
I'm sorry you have to
compliment,
deal
not
with
so
this
complimentary.
shit
We
again.
like that you want more because we're gonna give you a part 2. So
Right. So yeah, I would love that in the middle. The compliment, like, obviously, just generally, I really dug the movie.
Thank you.
But some things, like I watched a lot of found footage, and there's a few things which he did really well. Number one, it's become a weird bugbear of mine in found footage, is that you have characters that are constantly talking, like all the way through. There's never a break. I'm so glad that there's like spaces in between the conversations with your characters, because that drives me mad. I also thought you did the lighting really well, especially in the building, because it's so hard to get that right. Not too dark, not too light. I think that was great. And the ambient sounds that were there, and again, with found footage, it's hard. It's hard. You don't really do a soundtrack, right? But
yeah.
in between kind of those ambient sounds and then like the rainstorm and stuff, I thought those were very good. The only other thing that I would say is that so we had the mythology. I would have liked a little bit more background on the characters, just to understand, because and I really liked her performance. It was the girl that played Anne, but like she freaked out like this. When she's like, the door's down, and she's like, "We're dead. We're all dead. We're dead." Like,
Well, she was the intern.
but
It's the first day on the job.
Yeah, those are just like
Somebody has to be a
What
real.
I would do.
little
I would be
small
like,
critiques,
"Fuck
but
no, I'm outta here."
and obviously, I super enjoy. It was a bit of a slow burn to begin with, but like that last segment with George, the body cam stuff was just awesome.
Be right back.
What?
Uh-oh.
I gotta
can't
go.
leave?
My dog's barking.
No,
I
you
go-
gotta leave the dog.
No. You take care of the dog. You don't mess with the dog.
It's true.
So that was just kind of like my general feedback for it. Again, I thought low budget found footage was very effective.
So, Mark, can we talk about your your miscomprehension of what a compliment sandwich is? Because it's compliment, and then the meat is not a compliment. Otherwise,
meat is
it's a shit
wrong.
sandwich.
No, I like it.
Okay,
I
anyway,
dig it.
moving on.
I just appreciate you guys watching the film. Like, that's what makes me happy. And yeah, we're gonna do another
Is that a
one.
dig,
I
Tyler?
want to be- No,
I'm kidding.
No,
I'm kidding.
I want to do better. I mean, it
Yeah.
doesn't hurt my feelings at all to hear what people want more of.
Yeah,
and
of course.
want less of, because I'm not making these films for me to watch it. I'm making them for everybody to watch. I mean, I make the content because I'm into it, and I would watch it, but I definitely want it to be better. So I hear you.
I'll definitely give you my honest opinion after I watch it, because Mark and Matt both know that I don't hold back generally.
Yeah.
I'm either going to be all on board or I'm going to hate it, and I'm going to tell you why.
Oh man.
I come to find myself in, and this is what I say with indie in general, is that I feel like there's a bigger curve, because I can appreciate what y'all are doing on the budget that you're doing it with, with the resources that are available to you. Like, I can sit here and I can say how much I enjoyed The Hem, and then I can go and see a movie in the theater that had a $35 million budget and be completely disappointed. And I'm like, it's so passionless.
Agreed.
And I'll say this, Tyler, and I'll add on to what you say. And as much as, Jim, Mark, and I and other creators continue to talk with indie filmmakers and everything, you guys are also a community. Like, it seems like you have such a close knit group, and what you get out of your actors and everyone that works with you guys, like, it's your passion project. And to me, that's why I want to support it so much, and that's why I appreciate it. And also obviously being a Texas resident, it meant the world to me to seek you out and tell you how much I wanted to support your film. And I was just blown away by how much I really enjoyed the film itself.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
I totally agree with you there, Matt. I mean, I think everything should be judged on a curve, right?
Agreed.
I mean, if you spend a lot of money to go see some professional band in a concert, you're going to judge that differently.
Yeah,
like your friends'
so
band,
true.
right?
That's so true.
But you might have more fun with your friends' band.
Yep. Agreed.
But and to not judge it on a curve, I think is kind of strange to me. So, and the internet's very polarized. It's like 1 out of 10, 10 out of 10. Like, yeah.
Mark, we're not going on to scales again, are we?
Yeah. I mean, we want to get to the point where you don't even look at that and you just go like, oh, I really like these filmmakers and these actors, and I want to go get on a trip with them for whatever we're doing, because you're going to be entertained, and it may not be exactly what you want, but you'll go, that was a great hour and a half. And
and you can tell the difference, right? You can tell the difference in the storytelling and the performances when the cast and the crew are fully invested and enjoying themselves versus when they're just doing it for a paycheck. And that's regardless of the budget of the film, it comes through on the end product, and that's what I personally look for.
Absolutely.
And I think you find more of that in indie, right? Because professionals are professionals, and they're there for potentially a paycheck. I mean, there's artists there too, but people in the indie scene do it for the love of the movie, right? So I think you that kind of comes across on camera too.
Yeah.
Except Betsy Palmer in the first Friday the 13th, she did it because she had to buy a car.
I think it's also too, is like we got to watch it. I've watched it with people like on the TV, and I watched it with people in a packed out theater. I've watched people with at the Rose Chapel, the actual Rose Chapel, and it's always different. So that's like the lesson I learned is like, this is a kind of movie where, it just depends on who's watching it. Yep. It's not like a general thing. It's like, if it's a packed theater, it was shocking to me. It was completely quiet the entire time, unless something spooky happened. Like, and I was like, this is not what I thought. I thought people would be like hooping and hollering and excited. And they see their friend in it or something, but it was like dead silent until the end. And then, it just depends on if people they're getting different things out of it, which is, I think it's a good thing. I think if like the overall consensus was like, this film sucks, then that would be
it's also
really bad.
So I have a question for both Tyler and George. So what was your most difficult experience in the movie, and what was your funnest experience in the movie?
George, you want to get first? George was only there.
Well, I was on. Well, the most difficult was shooting it from 8 at night to 8 in the morning. That was probably...
George literally wrapped that last scene and got into the Uber within 10 minutes, I think.
Yeah, I did.
Yep.
That's a rough schedule.
I was under 100 wedding dresses at 6 a.m. and at 8 a.m. I was on an American Airlines flight back to Montgomery. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Him and Judd both got into the Uber, and Judd was covered in blood. And the Uber driver was like, "What's going on?"
That's right. It was, wasn't he?
Filming a movie. He's like, "Oh, cool, get in." It's like, oh god.
Yeah. But the other question was the most difficult was that part. Trying at 3 o'clock in the morning, it's like, oh man, because your circadian rhythm was off.
Yeah.
But one part I think was just just following Judd around, just following his lead and all. Just he helped kind of coach me a little bit on some of the scenes that we did. It was really cool. Like I said, it was just kind of magic with the way it all came together, wasn't it, Tyler?
Oh yeah. I gotta find my charger.
Also,
it's about to die.
Really great shooting in the law office. Judd, and that was fun. And Tyler got some real good angles of us. You know,
Nice.
real looking at the computer screen.
He's trying to find his charger.
You know,
Yeah.
George. While we're waiting for Tyler to get his charger, I actually,
Oh,
I
no.
really, I really
did.
liked that scene. By the way, that was, I think, the first introduction of your character in the movie was that scene, and you know, I liked you just hearing. Talking to you now and how your character was in the movie, you know, the grizzled detective, and you know, you're really trying to piece the events that happened, and you know, your partner's trying to tell you to let it go, and you're just really intense in that scene. And I like I said, it was genuinely a treat in every scene that you were in that film. So, but
Oh,
I
thank you.
really enjoyed that scene as well.
Yeah. Oh, great. That's great. Yeah.
I personally think George should be in every movie made.
There you
I
go.
George and Avatar would have been nice.
Yeah.
Oh.
That would have helped out.
I don't know.
I'm happy.
Mhm.
So Tyler, what was your most difficult experience, and what was your best experience or most fun?
So this one was like smallest crew and a lot of people that I had never worked with before, but I'm like friends with. And then a lot of the actors were a lot of the same actors I'd worked with before. So I think like this one hit me a lot different than the other films because it was like, okay, you know, I live 10 minutes away from set. I, you know, can literally just like go get catering from Chipotle one day and Panera Bread the other. It's just like everything was so easy, and the kind of crap that I had been dealing with for other movies for the caterer, and like we just got rid of all the shit, guys, and we just made a movie and we had fun, and it was 7 days, and it's so stupid, but we had a great time. 7 days to make a movie, which is so dumb, but we had a great time doing it, and
you did it.
And like, I wanted to go home the last day. I was so exhausted, and everybody in the crew was like, "Hey, let's stay and clean up." And I was like, "I'm doing this tomorrow." And they're like, "No, let's stay." We stay for an extra 4 or 5 hours, and like, it's just the difference of, you know, hiring people that are just kind of jaded of the movie and the industry, and so used to just jumping on one crew to the next crew and not really just like soaking it in, because I think everybody had something that they were happy to do, that they were proud to do, and they really genuinely enjoyed making the movie. And I think the future is very bright for all those people that worked on it, and I think for us making the next one, I think it's going to be much better. So I'm very optimistic, and I think we're doing what we need to be doing.
So is there a Ham 2 then? Are you confirmed?
He's already said that, Mark. He already said it. He already
Well, I
said
didn't
it.
know whether he was
You
the
not
same.
listen?
There's a him too. It's gonna be. It's actually gonna be a prequel.
Awesome.
Could you set it in like the early summer?
We're gonna do it in the 80s.
Well, because it could be mayhem.
So I have a question about that. Let's talk about the early 80s. I have a problem with that.
That I've not heard that. Jim, did you hear that? Mark,
No, I did not hear
Mark just delivered an amazing joke. Do it again, Mark, because it took a second. It took a second.
So Jim, get
George hasn't gotten it, guys. George has not. George doesn't know what's going
George,
on.
I was listening to the other.
So the sequel should be set in the summer, and it should be titled Mayhem.
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 I'm still waiting for the good joke.
Spell it out, George.
Yeah.
Spell it out.
Tyler gets it.
You know, as in hemming
gets it.
during May.
George
Oh,
will get
May.
it.
I got it.
Yeah.
Jim, I don't care about you.
George, you didn't get it, did you?
I did. I got it. Yeah.
Okay.
You got it. You got it.
M-A-Y.
I,
Like the movie.
it's cute, Mark. Cute.
Just put me in the special thanks credits at the end.
Oh my God! Yes, absolutely. All y'all for sure.
So, which 80s color palette are you going with for this film?
Ooh. So that one's gonna be.
Are we doing neon spandex, or are we talking wood paneling and velveteen
wood
living room
paneling.
furniture?
wood paneling. Well, so it's going to be that they're like a lady is coming in to open the building as like an event center. And so it's her moving stuff in and finding out what's in the building. And it's going to be a lot of like her with her big ass VHS camera. And then maybe
I'm picturing big curly hair and giant shoulder pads in
Yes.
like a business suit.
Yes, we got to do that.
Okay, perfect.
But what I'll do, Jim, for you is I'll send you a lookbook and you tell me if it's okay.
I'm on board. I'm of the age where I was there and I remember.
Those big cameras.
I'm not
oh
even
my
joking,
God.
man. I'm getting serious. I would love that. Collab is great. I love a collab.
George, there was some amazing clothing in Troll 2. Now, not technically the 80s, but it was
Those
there.
80s.
It
That's
was
right.
there.
Look, Troll 2 was a diamond. I love that movie.
I think we all are in agreement. We all love Troll 2.
You got to see George's photos from the 80s. That's where
Oh my God.
The only thing, George, that the original has over you is that June Lockhart and her daughter did an amazing job in Troll 1 playing each other.
Yeah,
But other than that, Troll 2 wins every time.
right.
I have to tell Jim that Nilbog was goblin backwards, by the way. He didn't.
You did not. I can read signs, Mark, and I can read it in the mirror. But that aside, that's one thing that I really do appreciate is the passion behind the filmmaking. So even if the movie's not the best, I will have a great time if you can feel that come through the film.
I know, like, The Ham is your most recent one, but I really, really, really want to hear more about Cyst. Because, again, like I said, that sounds right up my alley. So, George...
Before we get on to Cyst, can I ask George one question?
No. So...
You did another troll-type movie.
Oh yeah.
Under Control?
Right.
Is that as good? Is that worth checking out? Because it looks genius. I'm not gonna lie. I saw the trailer today and it looks fantastic.
I was surprised. To be honest with you, I was shocked at how they pulled that together with the soundtrack and the special effects and all that. I mean, it's campy and it was played to be like that. But
yeah, and that's exactly what it looks like. So that's why I was excited.
yeah, independent film people in Germany when I was there filming in Baden-Baden, they were like the Germans who. Most people spoke English, so I was able to, get the full story from them. They were so excited that they were doing an independent film in the little town because they rarely have independent films come along, and so everybody, I mean, the whole town pitched in, and the restaurant, the food was free. Where I stayed, free 5-star hotel.
Wow.
They complimented that, and just all the set design, everything was all volunteer donated in. It was so the budget, because they didn't have a budget, it turned out for not having what they did. It was pretty amazing to me.
It looks like it's going to be a blast. I can't wait to watch it because I'd never heard of it before today.
So what you're saying, George? We need to get all the creators to jump on Under Control and let's just make this blow up on.
I can see this on Creature Madness there, Matthew.
Yes.
But we did the English dub together on Under Control.
Oh, did you?
That's awesome.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
That's right.
So
yeah.
then we got like Christopher Sabat, who does like the voice of Vegeta and Piccolo, and like a bunch of really cool voice actors that came in.
Oh, that sounds awesome.
That
Well, filmed in English, but then it was dubbed. It was redubbed.
I'm so excited to watch that. I cannot wait now.
Yeah.
So jumping back into the Cyst.
Oh God.
So George, obviously you were a dentist for a long time, and you play a doctor in Cyst.
No, Mark.
Did you bring any of that experience?
Mark. He's still a dentist.
Are you still a dentist, George?
Oh God.
Yeah, still practicing. Yeah.
Okay, so you are still a dentist. So Jim.
Did you not do any research?
Did you watch the movie? Did you watch the movie, Jim?
That's not what we're talking about here.
Yeah. Shut your mouth. So, George, did you bring any of your experience in the dental
Well, I guess a little,
profession into
yeah,
your
yeah,
role
yeah.
as Dr. Guy?
Oh yeah. Some of that was a little bit. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
So
Just some of the patient interaction.
Oh
Doctor,
yeah.
yeah,
so
for sure.
Tyler, I do have a
Evil
question
didn't.
about the cyst.
Okay.
Just from the trailer, it looks glorious. I'm just going to say that, right? It looks like it's going to be a blast.
Well,
I can't wait
it's
to watch
well.
it. However, with the special effects, like how did you draw them? How did you come up with them? Did you let the special effects crew take over and do that for you and just go with whatever they wanted? Or did you have something definite planned in mind for every one of those shots?
I wrote craziest, weirdest stuff I could, and then I basically was like, "Hey, Tolan Effects, which is the team that did it, and they're incredible." I was like, "Hey, if this cyst monster shoots out of a sack of blood and then blows off somebody's head, what do we do?" And they're like, "Oh yeah, we got it. Okay, what's next?" I'm like, "Okay." Yeah, because I mean, if you, there was no way I would have thought any of these things would have happened, and they knew how to do everything, and it's because they did like Walking Dead, like they had done everything before, and they had a blast doing the film. So I kind of just said, "Hey, here's all the effects that we have. Let me know if anything doesn't make any sense." And like within a minute, they were like, "Yep, got it."
Nice.
Like,
So kind of like you also have an extensive kind of, if IMDb is to be believed, quite extensive list of doing camera work, etc. for a lot of.
worked on a lot of shit, Mark.
Huh?
I've worked on a lot of shit.
Yeah. You worked on Universal Soldier: Day of Reckoning.
For
Is that true?
a couple days.
sorry.
I wouldn't do the whole thing.
I love that.
But like IMDb, the way IMDb works is like it doesn't have half of usually like a real crew member. Like they've got way more credits than that. Like we don't ever get on there and like, let me put my name on the film I worked on for what nobody cares.
So kind of going through a lot of these movies, even if you just worked on them for a few days, do you get like a lot of contacts, or is it just like more experience about how you want?
Every time I work on something, you learn what not to do.
Right.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing I take away from everything. Is like, when you first start out, you learn how to do stuff. Like when I was a assistant camera guy, I didn't know anything, and there was nobody to teach you. And you're not going to learn in college, and you're not going to learn from your buddy. Like you got to get on a set, you got to mess up, or you got to get somebody that can teach you on set. So I was pulling focus on Sci-Fi Channel movies that I had no business being on, but they ran out of crew in New Orleans and they didn't hire anybody, and they had to get the incentive. And so I was always like, last man on the totem pole. I'm like, oh yeah, get this kid in here, throw him in. And I remember I was filming a wide shot, like a 24 millimeter lens. It might have been an 18 millimeter lens, and it's literally people just standing there, and I'm sitting there and we go, I'm holding the follow focus. I'm like, oh, and then they're like, cut, and I look at the camera operator and I was like, is that good? And he looks at me and he goes, what do you mean? I said, what's in focus? And he looks at me and he goes, you haven't done this before, have you? No. So that he taught me. That was my film school, is being on that movie, for I don't know, 2 months of that, and being with a guy that was a first AC on every big like MTV TV show that was like an actual episodic, and then he was doing movies, and then he was moving up to camera operator, so he knew everything. So it's just stuff like that where I got really lucky, like working with good people that wanted to help. So yeah, that's. I worked as a camera guy for a long, long time.
So, Tyler, everyone has that one movie that really defines their love for film. What really made you want to get into this?
I mean, there's a bunch, but Empire Strikes Back is always the one where I'm like, I don't want to think about how they made it. I don't want to look at it as a, ooh, the effects they did. Like, I just watched it as a movie. And
Brilliant film.
The more you work on stuff, the more you start criticizing. And
I think you said Troll 2 wrong there, Tyler.
oh shit! That was such a good answer. I should have said that.
You should have. You totally should have. But you blew it now, Tyler.
You guys, yeah. Empire Strikes Back is like the top of the top.
It's the second best sequel of all time.
Oh, Mark is on it, guys.
Oh God.
Yeah, there's a bunch of movies that I love, but I don't know. I mean, I think filmmaking gets better and it gets worse at the same time. And I think embracing all the technology that's going on right now is also changing a lot of people and the way they look at stuff and the way people watch movies and the way critics see films. I think everything's changing. But for me, I mean, we filmed. Let me see, hang on one second. We filmed, I don't know, half of this movie on this little camera, and when I see this, it gets me really excited because it's very, very small, and I don't care how small it is as long as it looks good. So that's, I mean, I was working on movies where the 3D camera craze was going on, and the cameras would weigh with the tripod would weigh like 200 pounds.
Oh.
So no.
So right now with technology, you're right, Tyler. I mean, you can get those drones, those little tiny drones. I mean, they're $100 and they just follow you, right? So you could use that as a panning, somebody walking away or whatever.
Yeah. I mean, and we still watch old movies, and the technology has gotten way better. And so it's just like, how do you want to make your film, and how do you want the story to present itself? It's not about the equipment or did you shoot on this camera? Do you have these lenses? Like, nobody cares. Like, if you want to see it in your little, film community, sure, you guys can fight about it all day. But I'm pretty sure George and I don't give a shit.
So, George, what are some of your favorite movies?
Oh, wow. Wizard of Oz, my favorite.
Every Easter.
Time. Yeah. I'd say that was one of my favorites. I liked Shawshank Redemption, of course. Mm-hmm. Somebody said that the new, not the new Brad Pitt film, but Leonardo DiCaprio's new film.
Mm-hmm.
Have you? Yes, everybody's raving about that film.
Yeah, what one is that?
Was that the one where he's going to rescue his daughter?
Something like that. Yeah, I forget.
Battle for Another, I think.
One Battle After Another.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh yeah.
I've heard that's really good, but I haven't seen it.
I actually got to tour the prison that Shawshank was filmed at in Ohio, and it is
Wow.
It was, like you say, when you go into a location and it's mostly abandoned, it's creepy, and it's like what y'all were talking about. It's very surreal when you go into those kind of elements, and it's like, wow, I watched this on movie and it was so brought to life, and then you go and see where it's all abandoned. It's like, wow, this is actually creepy as hell.
But Matt, if you're a true fan, you would have left there the same way Andrew Dupre went.
No.
Matt, you gotta be in our next movie.
Absolutely.
I cannot wait.
Tyler, you guys just don't understand how much we love supporting indie films.
Yes.
You guys are an absolute treat just to talk to and everything like that. And for me, and I think a lot of what the older horror fans appreciate about indie is you take us back to what we call the golden day of horror. It's like practical effects and everything's so CGI now and everything, and I understand, like you said, the advances and what makes filmmaking so much easier, and the grit and determination that y'all have to use and put into play. That takes me back. That takes me back to my favorite decade of horror, which is the 80s. So true kudos to you guys and your craft and everything that you do. Absolutely.
I think
I appreciate that, Matt, but all I heard was you're old.
Ah, true, very true.
I'm older than you, Matt. I'm older than you, so you know.
But Mike, you're totally true, and it's putting cameras in the hands of people that you don't have to get big, budgets behind, and that started in the '80s, right? And it's just kind of continued from then. And now the difference is distribution, right? Because
Right.
anybody with an iPhone or a smartphone can make a movie, right?
Yep.
But now it's all about the distribution, and that's the other half of it. And Tyler, I don't know if you want to, give us any of your experiences about the distribution side.
Oh God.
We ask the hard questions.
Unfortunately, distribution is not fun. It's not fun. Making movies and hanging out with your friends and doing this is the fun part. The distribution, the money side of things is just not. It's not fun. It has to happen because it's a business, but there's a lot of weird people that don't understand that. Like, I mean, a lot of the companies that I'm talking about are referring to. I'm not going to say their names, but they've gone under, and for good reason. Because I mean, filmmakers talk to filmmakers, and if you want to screw over one filmmaker, you're screwing over 50. So there's a couple of good people, and they're still around. And distribution is changing because of streaming, and that's great. And that's a benefit for all of us. And more people are going to YouTube, which is great. The deal that just happened with Netflix is really strange. So
crazy.
Figure that
It's gonna
out.
be nuts.
But again, we're not doing these for Netflix. We're doing them for ourselves and people like y'all, and we want to continue to put out content that you hadn't seen, and with the cast that you like to see and that you're excited to see again on the screen. Like every time we get to see Leonardo on screen, that's a good thing, right? We get excited about it, or any other actor or actress that you really are excited about, like George Hardy.
Right. It's George and Heather Langenkamp for me. That's all we got.
That's right. So yeah, that's why we're doing it. And I know there's a lot of other filmmakers out there that feel the same way. And without you guys like supporting us, there's no point of doing this.
I always think it's kind of like the '80s, but on steroids as far as the amount of movies out there, right? You used to go to like a VHS store, and there's all these racks and racks of horror movies which you've never heard of, maybe, or you've never seen. But now it's like, how do you reach out to enough people? Because there's Tubi, and there's Plex, and there's Amazon, there's Netflix, and there's this and that. And there's so many different sites, and there's so much stuff out there. I think it's very hard for people to kind of get that breakthrough, to kind of raise awareness for their next project, etc. So I think it's great that you're coming on here. I mean, obviously, you're going to blow up now.
Because of all of Mark's 5 accounts. That's right.
You need to do a stand-up, Mark.
He's only 5'4". He
God,
can
he's good.
No, but obviously, there is that kind of. There's so much stuff out there, right? And it must be hard to try and find an audience, even.
Best advice: keep doing it. Keep doing it. Get better every time.
Ground roots. I mean,
go the wrong
that's
way.
right.
And
even if you don't get better, some people like that.
Troll too. I mean,
Yeah.
George.
And Tyler, I'll tell you, this is crazy how this all goes full circle. So my father-in-law knows I love horror movies, and he is watching the local news broadcast, and he literally says, "Hey, did you hear about this movie that just got filmed at the Southside Preservation Hall?" And I'm like, "No, but I'm about to find out." And
shit.
I mean, I burned up all the social media. I dug. And then, obviously I started talking to my friends. And then obviously I want to give you an opportunity to talk about it. You actually directed me to Howdy Films Texas. So I don't know if you want to talk about them at all. Obviously, with you working with them and everything, they were obviously attached with the hem as well.
Yeah, so that's my production company. And so everything's going to funnel through that from here out. So we push the Howdy Films Texas, and that's our company where we'll shoot out all our stuff, and that's all our socials, and we'll just keep pushing that name out because we're in Texas, baby. That's what we do. That's what we do.
So, do you ever do any conventions, George? I'm sure you've done conventions before.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, that's in.
Yeah,
That's
sorry.
what- I don't know if you saw Best Worst Movie or not. Have you seen the documentary?
Georgia
absolutely.
traveled the world with conventions.
Yeah. I get invited to go to some. I not really done that too often. Yeah, Darren Ewing from Troll 2 goes to a lot of them, and Lou Temple, who was in Texas Cotton with Tyler and I. Lou was in The Walking Dead, so he constantly,
Well,
Yeah.
hopefully, George, you'll grace Florida with your presence at a convention one day. Hopefully, fingers crossed.
Oh man, I'd like to do it. I should
Yeah.
get
You guys ever make your way over here, Jim and Mark?
I have not yet, but I have been traveling a lot more for conventions this year.
Yes. Come soon,
Absolutely.
please.
where do y'all live? Everybody live again.
I'm on the east coast of Florida. Mark's on the west coast,
I'm in like the Tampa area.
Okay.
and I'm just south of the Space Center.
All right. Wow. Cool. Yeah. And you're in Texas, right?
Absolutely. Right in the heart of it.
Matt, are you in Arlington?
I am actually in Mansfield.
Oh, okay. That's
So
okay.
yeah, I'm not far at all from you guys.
Mentally. Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Good old Mansfield.
Absolutely.
That's awesome.
So, Mark, what other questions you got today?
So if you want me in one of your movies, just let me know because Jim's been,
Please.
bragging about his voiceover work. But I mean,
Tyler,
I
I
could do
will
like,
pay you.
like
to film
I
our
could do like a Zoom thing if
What?
we have to Zoom this, professor or something. I could do that.
I will
What
pay
will
you to
this-
film Mark off.
George, me and you, George.
But
What we'll
The
do
more
is,
gruesome, the better.
what we can do is we'll get you guys on the next one. We'll somehow either get you guys like on TV in the background if you guys can't come in, or we'll get your voice on the radio. We're gonna figure it out. We'll make it work.
I'm good with that.
If I could be in
But
a
Matt,
movie,
you have no excuse.
if I
That's
could
right,
be in
you're
a movie
5 minutes down the
where
road.
you direct,
Absolutely.
and George is in it, I might just die.
Oh, well, don't,
Jim
One
would be
can
happy.
hope.
Jim
One
would be
can
Uh,
hope, Mark.
Jim's mom wouldn't be happy, but he'd be happy.
in some way, you have to be carrying like a Troll 2 mask or something, Mark. Okay, we can't let this gag die. Okay.
He's gonna wear a Nilbog ring.
Yes.
Hey, Jim, did you know Nilbog is goblin backwards?
No,
a
I have no
goblin is
idea.
not a troll. Just to let you
That is correct.
guys, I have to go to dinner. I love you all.
Yeah.
I love you.
Well,
Me too.
gentlemen, thank you so
All right.
much. This has been great. I can't wait to talk to you guys again.
Yeah, Matt, Mark, you
Yeah.
are the best. Thank you so much.